Good day, everyone, and welcome to the Mag Show. Today, we are going to be talking about Gears E-Day. And let me tell you, I've released I don't know how many videos this year talking about how Microsoft's internal release schedule still had Gears E-Day coming in 2025. Well, turns out I'm hearing from inside the Microsoft camp that indeed Gears E-Day is being pushed out of 2025 and into 2026. That is correct. You are hearing it here first. 2026, not 2025. Now, anybody holding those receipts, let me tell you something. I said it in every single one of my videos after I said that they had that initial release date or the internal release date of 2025 that I didn't believe them. And I didn't think it was a good idea. Well, guess what? Turns out this may be the case. Now, let's break this down and talk about it and why I think it's a good idea they're pushing it out of 2025. Multiple reasons. One, the second half of this year, just like the first half of this year, is just crammed with awesomeness. Why even bother trying to put that game out there? Now, another thing, a little caveat I'd like to throw in there is I wanted to talk about how when I made those original predictions, how I thought it was a bad idea to put E-Day in 2025 because GTA 6 was still supposed to be coming out somewhere around November of this year. That was also their internal release date, was mid-November. That got pushed by 6 months. As we now know, it's now into May 2026. But even without Grand Theft Auto 6 in the fall is still going to be a stellar lineup of games, and I think that Gears E-Day deserves its own time, its own place. It's releasing everywhere, and I think that it needs its room to breathe. That's what I think. I don't want it to be a Titanfall 2 where it's shoved between Call of Duty and Battlefield 5, and then Titanfall 2, which was the superior game to both of those games, got absolutely gobsmacked, and it was ridiculous. I think it was a stupid idea, and it is what it is. But either way, let's talk about it. You've got Mafia coming out. You've got Gears Reloaded. We're going to get into that in a minute. You've got Borderlands. You've got Ghost of Yotei. You've got Call of Duty. You've got Outer Worlds 2. And God knows what else is going to be coming out in the second half of this year that either hasn't been announced or is about to be announced. There is a showcase coming up in June. There's going to be other announcements coming up. Sony's doing State of Plays. I don't know what's going on with all that stuff just yet. We'll get to that when we get to that. But either way, it's still a lot of stuff going on. Now, here's the other thought. The other thought is, now that you've got Gears Reloaded coming out for all the systems, PlayStation, Xbox, PC, it doesn't make much sense to try to shove E-Day that close together. Now, we also discussed how there was supposed to be, and I'm not the only one, there were tons of people who got the same information that it was originally a Marcus Phoenix collection, a trilogy of sorts that was going to be released. What ended up happening? An internal review said, let's break it up, sell them for $40 each, spread it out over time. Now, how they're going to do that, what the cadence is, I'm not 100% sure. We don't know yet. But right now, we've got Gears Reloaded. That's the first one. And it also has, shockingly, which also was information different from what we all received, is that there was supposed to be no multiplayer. It was going to be single player and co-op only. But now, multiplayer is in the game. So, with that being said, the longevity of the game is going to continue. So why bother releasing a huge AAA banger like Gears E-Day just mere months after you're launching this Gears Reloaded? Give it time to breathe, just like I said with Gears E-Day. So now, they're going to focus the second half of the year with that. Also, Microsoft, don't forget, they also own Call of Duty. So Call of Duty is going to be going out to all the systems as well, PS5, series consoles, PC. And so when that's happening, you're going to have Gears people playing Gears, the gearheads as they call them or whatever. And then you got the Call of Duty players running around and as, Jay and Silent Bob and, whatever, Art the Clown. And they're going to be doing their thing. Okay, so really, is there room for Gears E-Day at the end of this year? Not really, because everybody's going to be engaged in those other games. I think that that's the proper move. Give them all time. Wait for those games to die out. And once those games die out, and the numbers start going down and down and down, the casuals start dropping off, and then all you're left is with the hardcore, who are not going anywhere. Those guys and gals, they're playing Call of Duty, they're going to play Gears until the next one comes out, right? So they're always going to be there. But that's such a small community compared to, when the game launches or whatever, the first couple of months when you've got everybody playing those games. So anyways, I think it's a great idea to move it into the first quarter of 2026. Whether they move it beyond that, who the heck knows? Because we now know that GTA 6 is coming quarter 2 in May 2026. You don't want to be anywhere near that, right? And of course, Xbox, Microsoft Studios, whatever the heck you want to call them these days, they've also got Fable coming out next year, right? So you want to give Fable a lot of time to breathe. I think the appropriate time to launch this game would be quarter 1, 2026. That's just my call. I'm not saying that that's what's happening. That's just my personal call. But anyways, I want to know what you think about this information. Are you happy or unhappy with the fact that Gears E-Day is getting pushed to 2026? Either way, everybody have yourself a great weekend and stay magnificent.